going on, everybody? It's your boy Tax back again for another episode of FloorSeats podcast, episode 21.
21.
All right, we legal to drink. That's what's up.
Yeah.
I got my man Zan with the lean Zanzaret over here, if it
Yo,
exports
yo.
correctly.
What's good? What's good?
And this week's special guest, Black Oni, man. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm jealous of your background. We talked about it earlier. Still jealous.
I know. I
20
think we
minutes
still
went
have
by.
to compensate.
There's a few more things I still got to put up too, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, I got to
That's
get
good.
around to hanging up my Tony Hawk skateboard
Oh,
and then a couple other things. So
yeah.
I'm working on it, but I just like switched my room up all last week with the extended weekend, and yeah, it's been crazy. So, but how's everybody's week been?
Aside
Man.
from
Yeah, go ahead, Blacko. You the guest, man. Yo.
aside from this RBG situation, Ruth Bader, forget her last name.
Oh, I just saw it. I forget.
Yeah. Aside
Ginsburg.
from
Ginsburg. There we go.
Ginsburg, aside from that situation, aside from her passing, I'm not going to get too political here, but that definitely threw a further wrench into a pretty awful year overall. It's had its blessings, but it's the bads have been really, really, really bad. So yeah, this week has just been it's been weird. It's been real weird. But
Yeah, rest in peace to her. I don't know, how old was she when she passed?
I believe she was 87.
87. I hear 87. She passed, and it was just Friday.
Yeah, I just heard about that, and I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. So that's going to be interesting to see who they put in that seat for the Supreme Court. But
yeah, it's
yeah,
just
we're going to see.
I'm not too excited about it.
yeah, just especially it's odd time, election time, as we all know. It's very soon. It's coming upon us. So
Get out
it's
there and vote, regardless of what you believe. Get out there and vote.
exactly. So everybody's already on the edge of their seats.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something that's hard to see right now to see out in the world. I guess this is just another unfortunate happening. It's not going to help like people's overall mood and what's coming up for the fall. But like you said, the best thing we could do is definitely get out there and vote. So yeah, that's our floor seats PSA. Get out there and vote, y'all. We didn't really get to do one, but
Facts.
vote.
Make your opinions be heard by any means.
Any
There's,
means necessary.
Yeah, this is a crazy one. It's going to be a crazy one.
Yeah, for the books. I feel like every year it feels like that, but for sure this one, 2020 is gonna take the cake.
These poor kids in the future are going to be like, what happened? And then there was an epidemic, and then there was killer hornets, and then Black Panther died? Like, it's just too much for one year. Like, they got to have like a whole section in the history books for this year alone.
2020 is gonna be a book itself. It's just the history book is called 2020.
Yeah,
That's it.
On the front.
I
That's
think
it.
Kobe set it off, and it's like, all right, damn, shit's going downhill.
Yeah, it's just getting worse.
That's how
and
you
worse.
knew. Oh no, man! Like, yeah, those kids in the future, they ain't ready. Those history tests.
It's wild because like you ever play those Jack in Box games where it's just like it'll be like Quiplash where it'll just be like a bunch of answers, multiple choice answers, and you just got to pick whichever one is the truth.
Yeah.
And it's like there's just so many things that happen this year that like all this just doesn't even seem like it's real. Like it sounds like it's made up.
I know they're gonna be reading it just like you guys are lying. Like all this shit did not happen. Y'all exaggerated. Like, and I'm gonna look at them cold stoic like no,
Like,
like all that happened. Like no, like all that happened.
I promise you, it's not over either.
we discovered aliens. Excuse me, life on Mars.
Wait, asteroids? about to possibly hit the Earth around election time.
Yeah, right. It's just,
And then we just like straight up,
It's
like, nope.
crazy.
Yep.
Yo, at some point, like,
sipping a tea.
at some point, I'm like, yo, this shit shouldn't surprise me.
Mhm.
And then something happens that surprises me.
Exactly.
Bro, I'm just there's always something. 2020 is really that year. I mean, I mean, it can't be all bad, right?
I mean, yeah, it ain't all bad. At least in terms of like how things have gone for me. But like, I'm just one individual person. The overall for the whole year, it ain't been like that for most people. So it's like,
Yeah. It's a little rough for people as a whole.
No, it's the team score. I feel like the team score or I would say, I guess you could either say America in our case or the world, but the team scores are a little different. Personal scores, though, I feel like there's some things, I can give myself points for. But, I want to take this moment, since it's not about me, I'm not the special guest today in this episode. We got Black Oni here. So this is the man of the day. So let's take this moment right now, to give the listeners here a chance to get to know you and give ourselves, to get to know you too a little better. So as far as we know that you're a streamer, but give us what kind of streamer are you?
yeah. So I'm an action RPG focused streamer. That's kind of my main genre, but I do a lot more than just that. So I do first person shooters and I do fighters. Those are kind of the other two genres that I like to establish my brand as focusing on. So this covers, Warframe, Ghost of Tsushima, Neo 2, any of the Souls games. I love those games. I'm about to jump into Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, because I actually never played that. And then in terms of like first person shooters, I play a lot of COD. I play Doom. I play Apex Legends and Hyperscape. I haven't played Hyperscape or Apex in a while, but those are kind of just, within the genre of games I do like to play. And then with fighters, I play Smash Bros. Ultimate, Mortal Kombat 11, Street Fighter 5. Again, I haven't played some of these games in a while, but it was just kind of what you can expect to see in terms of the style of game or genre. And there's just like a lot of indie games that I play in between that as well. But in addition to streaming, I do art as well. So my main job is a graphic designer and illustrator. That's what I do for all my freelance work. And then I stream. I stream as an entertainer, as an enticer, and educator. So people come into the stream kind of looking for all of those three things.
Yeah.
And my mission to deliver that.
All right, we got some layers there. I got some layers we gotta pack. And since we got listeners both on YouTube, which want a quick shout out to those watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching, like, comment, subscribe. And since you are watching with the Mize, you get to actually see my man's slight little flex in his background. We got Morgan, we got some Chun-Li back there. What I'm saying? Oh, we got is that Captain Marvel?
It is.
And we got, is that my girl Rogue in the to the left of Morgan?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. So NBC 2. That's Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That was my girl in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan
was main. That was my favorite character to play in that game.
I just see man of culture. I just knew. I just knew. And then Tax over here, he was a Nash player. She doesn't know about any of such things. But
I didn't even get to see you play Rogue like that. I used to wipe her out.
What? I told you good night, sugar. No, that's the explicit line. That's all I told you. That's all you heard.
I forgot you played her. I never see you play her against me.
Nah, you forget because you couldn't tell what type of relationship Rogue had with Dash. You were like, are we friends? Are we more than that? And then all she told you was just good night, sugar. You didn't know how to take it. You're like, I don't know what that means.
Hey, man, we can first attend again on stream.
We could. yo, we make it happen. I still got the sticks, yo. Just gotta.
I remember growing up playing Marvel's Capcom 2. My boy, his handle was Hitori, but his name was Tyrone. And he made Rogue, and I made Morgan. So whenever Morgan and Rogue were fighting each other, he'd be like, "Oh, come here! I want to get that speed real quick," because that's obviously we're kissing Morgan. So I love that like little dynamic that they added to the game that allowed you to take a little something from each character. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the speed up, the power, or the defense, or you just get like bulkier. Yeah. See, good girl had it all. I'm telling you, shoot.
Yeah, I learned not to pick characters that she'll get speed from, because then she'll loop you for a while if you're not careful. So
yeah, that infinite.
My whole team's power, so I wasn't even tripping.
that game had too many infinites. That's my only complaint about that game.
It was a quality. Almost everybody had like infinites. Mm-hmm. Almost a lot of people had it, but I guess not enough.
Some were easier than others.
Some were easier than others. Like the Iron Man one, that was like, oh man, this good luck with that. That was just execution on execution. But before we get too carried away, I know we could get hella carried away on the Marvel's Capcom 2. Mm-hmm. So I know that you also mentioned that, you do some graphic design work on the side. So, as a creator, as an artist, how are some ways that, you bring that to your Twitch platform? Because especially nowadays with Twitch, they're trying to expand what the platform is more so than more than streaming video games. There's also a place for creators to, express themselves, find an audience. So how do you have been taking advantage of that through your streaming?
So part of it is what I do with my visual content on my own channel. The emotes and the overlays and the animations, all that stuff is just done by myself. The video that plays before stream starts, all that's done by me.
Wow.
So whenever
if you have any of that to share, I know we do got like the Zoom the function, share function up. We could, take the time real quick, get it up for anyone watching. Especially, I would like to see it, but if you so feel too.
Sure. Let me do a little share screen.
Just curious, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to see if we can.
Let's go with. I got a lot of screens open. Holy crap! Hold on. I gotta figure out which one.
Story of my life. I would be like, got 20 Google Chrome tabs.
Right. All right. Let's see here. So go to the About tab. All this stuff is kind of set up by myself. In terms of the actual stream that you see when you're watching, let's go to just a VOD real quick. And yeah. So like any of this overlay stuff you're seeing is just stuff that I put together and made a thing. Let's see. When you're playing, like the overlay is pretty minimalistic. Like I don't like to have too much stuff going on the screen while the stream is going on, but this is just one of the ways. I don't know why it's taking so long to load in. This is just one of the ways that like I kind of show that I am an artist, and this is one of the games that I play, obviously, that I love, but it's another way to kind of talk about visual design whenever we're looking into new environments, or even just like the camera angles that we use, or still frames because it's got a photo mode. Sometimes we just jump into that and start playing around with some of the effects. There's like, if you like to do many different things, there's ways to kind of incorporate that into your stream. So, visual design is like a really big part of who I am. And we talk about that a lot with the outfits that you can wear and the contrast that you can create with the different outfits. I think the same play session, I ended up unlocking a new armor, and we started playing around with that and some of the visuals for that. Let's see.
I know you're talking about like how the Ghost of Tsushima gives you the what's the called the black and white. We were able to get like the old samurai movie feel, the aesthetic. You're talking about were you talking like referring to that mode and how you could take like certain pictures and the effects. Um, is that
Yeah.
I was just saying? Was that you were referring to?
I was just referring to just photo mode in general. Like anytime you're doing any of this stuff, you can stop the action midway and enter photo mode. So like right now, like they're about to do a showdown, and I screwed up. So yeah, so I messed that part up. But like I could take a screenshot whenever I want, and I'm playing on hard, so like I like to play with a little bit of an extra challenge so that people watching are just like, is he actually going to die here, or is he going to make it through? There's always that question.
Yeah, and I know it goes to Tsushima when it gets hard. It's like every move gets it's like there's more risk with every move. Like a lot of attacks could just bring your health down to like super low, and then the engagements get trickier. It's trickier for sure.
Yeah, so even these straw hats, like I think on normal mode, like that just would have been a breeze, but like I almost died there. I almost died.
Like real life. It's like, dude.
Y'all didn't see that. Yeah. I didn't almost die. Nah, it's fine.
What?
No, it's funny you said something about the photo mode, because like even recently, like I bought Need for Speed Heat just because I saw this guy on Instagram, taking pictures of these cars and like, that were from the game. I was like, I thought this was like real life. So I bought the game specifically to like, take the in-game photos and stuff. And I actually used it for some album art and stuff. And like, I used to do that with like Smash Bros. Melee. I played so much, I would even go to the photo mode and take like really dope photos too. So it's not something I hear people talk much about, but I think it's cool. Especially like in Need for Speed Heat, like they really give you a lot of like photo editing tools inside the game and stuff like that, so you can get that real like synthwave aesthetic pretty quickly on that too.
Yeah. And then this is let's see if I go down to the intro. So this is the intro that plays whenever I start the stream, which is just another Black Oni. I don't know if y'all can hear it. Can you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if I should turn the volume off because it's like DMCA song. So like it's not DMCA free. So I'm gonna just turn it off.
That's a good call. That was a good call right there. I was just like, yeah.
Trying to look out for y'all. If people want to hear the song, like it's a dope song. That's why I added it, but it's not a song that's like free to use. I was willing to take the hit on any income that I'll get on this because it was just too good to just not.
Oh, was that a 2B? Was that you working on was it using like Illustrator?
Well, I was using Photoshop. So I'll even show some of the stuff that I've done. Oh my God. Like I have a lot that I haven't even uploaded.
Hey, Overwatch. It's been a while to see some Overwatch.
Yeah. Street Fighter. I used to play a lot of this is like older footage, but stuff that I put together into this video. So you'll even see different hairstyles in this, like shorter hair. My hair's a lot longer now, but I had an afro in that one. I had just gotten my locks in some of these clips. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I still see your team locks on as even to this day.
Yeah. The Witcher, that's one of my favorite games of all time. Like, good Lord, so good.
Well, you said a Witcher or Guilty Gear?
The Witcher. Guilty Gear is great too, but The Witcher is like that series blew me away.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey.
There's a lot of games I played on stream. A lot.
I'm definitely feeling this intro. So we basically definitely know that your history with gaming or with streaming with gaming, for the viewers, this is definitely a passion of yours, and you even found a way to bring the passion of gaming and for your art and graphic design to the same platform. And how do you see yourself through what you do now Where do you see that going in terms of bringing out your art on your platform? Where do you want to see that go? That's basically what I'm asking. Where do you want to see your art go from your platform?
So a few years ago, I did a Kickstarter for the comic book that I'm running, called Anikara.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Yeah, it is a post-apocalyptic story, basically set way into the future after the world has been reborn. And so this image here is a t-shirt design that was for the Kickstarter that will be available afterwards as well. I still haven't finished the book though. Things have been really, really insane on my end. Like, this is some of the stuff that I've uploaded to DeviantArt, but like there's a lot more that I've been doing in terms of like commissions for other people, like these emotes that I'm doing. I'm trying to get some emails done for T-Pain, but I did some for Snoop Dogg, and I did some for like a bunch of other broadcasters as well. So like my main thing right now is just making sure I can pay my bills, that I'm doing all of my that I'm doing everything that I can to continue doing artwork as like my main thing. But there are, just more emails that I've done for other people. I've done logos for other people. I'm doing marketing decks. I'm in the process of doing marketing decks for some other people as well. There's a lot that's going on with regards to all of that. But in terms of just what I'm doing with my artwork on Twitch specifically, I just want to continue doing what I love to do. And one of the ways to do that is to showcase what you got, showcase all of your talents in whatever ways that you can. And so one of the ways you do that is by putting these up on social media, or you stream them as well. And people come in, it's like, yo, can I hire you to do something for me? Like, I want to commission you. And so that's another way, if you're an artist, for example, you can even get more clients just by streaming it and showing what you can do. Being on other panels, being on other podcasts. There's some more emails I did. So there's just a lot.
Yeah, no, I definitely see you keep yourself busy, whether if it's with your own personal projects or if it's just working on a project that's either being commissioned or for another streamer or client. And like you said, you really got some. Oh yeah, no, that is nice. Oh, Chun.
Yeah, I'm really digging the art. I'm really digging the art. That's dope.
Thank you. I don't know why this is
That's deviant art for you, though.
Yeah, I know. Please go to the next thing. Oh, okay, that's cool. Like, there's a lot more that's on here that I just haven't uploaded yet. Like illustration
again, Michael Rowe again.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Quiet. Miss Marvel. Like this right, the Chic I did was a commission. This is one I just wanted to do for fun. This is actually
Starfire.
Yeah. This is a pretty old piece, and this one is too.
Yeah. I do like, so you definitely like especially by like your style of art. I see how that
Bro, that game is 30 years old. It ain't spoilers no more.
Yeah.
I was just like, at this point,
if you ain't known this, that's a you problem.
That's a you problem. It's like, bruh.
But yeah, that's just Storm, Black Panther. Like, I was hoping at that point that this movie, the X-Men movie, was going to be dope, but it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, did Marvel got the rights back to that or no?
I know they got the rights to Spider-Man.
Or Marvel/Disney.
It's like kind of.
Or does Fox still have that?
Nah,
X-Men still.
Okay. Damn, son. All right, it might be a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that is dope. And then I know we're gonna definitely post all this information. But where can people, tune in for your streams? Can go or where to find your artwork, find your work in general.
Yeah. Streamerlinks.com/blackoni will give you links to all of my stuff, but most of my social media platforms are Black Oni, aside from DeviantArt, which is JBlaze06. That was like my old moniker, like old. That's what I used to go by.
Throwback tag.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And to change it, like someone else on DeviantArt already has Black Oni. I don't know if they got it like when I made Black Oni a thing, or if they just had the idea before then. But I feel like it would just be too much to tell them to get a new username, because I could, in theory, do that. I do have the trademark for Black Oni, but I'm just like, I'm not really too worried about it.
Nah, you got the trademark. You got to push the issue, man. That's what we about to do with FloorSeats.
I'm about to say, it's like you sound like you're a nice guy, but it's time you
brand consistency is important, bro. You blow up and then that Black Oni start getting attention and it ain't you. Nah,
it's like, nah, you gotta come off
true.
that.
That is very true. I haven't been using DeviantArt that much, so that's why I'm not really tripping too much.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, I think the latest upload I have on here is 2 years ago.
Latest, yeah. Oh, I mean, that's the thing. You don't hear people don't bring up DeviantArt in conversation. You don't hear it as much.
Yeah.
These days, when, but.
So, like, just curiosity, do you have like Patreon and Gumroad too, all that stuff?
I have a Patreon. Again, haven't been doing too much with it because of all of the streaming and commissions and working on this comic book. Like, I've got a lot of different priorities right now. So doing a Patreon consistently right now doesn't make too much sense, just because I am doing commissions. If I wasn't, and I was making like more fan art or more stuff that I was making on my own, I would definitely be doing more Patreon. But because I'm doing it this way right now, I'm not. So there will be a time when I do that, and there will probably be a lot more lewd art on there as well, like lewd variations of the.
Oh, trust me, because that shit sells.
No.
Shoot, if you can make an OnlyFans for that, I
set one up for that specifically. So yeah, it's gonna be for lewd art.
Yo, man's already ahead of the game. Man's already.
It's an OnlyFans, all right. I got this. I've
OnlyFans.
already got the gears churning for that.
Oh, my man's thinking 20XX out here, y'all. That's how you gotta move. That's how you gotta move.
Yeah.
Oh, oh man. Nah, that's really dope to hear. And hopefully we'll definitely learn more. About more about what you're working on as project wise, as we go through the podcast. But just to keep the ball rolling, we definitely got a lot of topics for y'all. As you know, the PS5 showcase that happened just a couple of days ago announced a whole slew of games and exclusives. But before we get to that, I just wanted to bring this quick story that I read just this earlier this week about dolphins. Now I know a lot of y'all ask, like, Zan, why dolphins? Well, you see, the dolphins in the water, when they come in contact with a pufferfish, interesting things happen. Starting that the pufferfish releases a toxin because they're not trying to mess with the dolphins. This is some typical interaction in this article. So when the dolphins come in contact with a pufferfish, they release a toxin. But when the dolphins inhale that toxin, it actually doesn't poison them. It just gives them a high. It gets them high. And then when that happens, the dolphin actually takes the pufferfish and passes it around to other dolphins to take in the toxins to also get high. So in essence, they're passing the puffer. They're passing the puff.
Every species of creatures just wants a
Facts.
way of just
Exactly where I'm going to. Nature in itself, everybody's just trying to get lit, bro. That's. I think we're just all
take the
getting
edge
lit.
off.
It's another example. Animals, we just trying to have a good time. And these dolphins, they apparently know what's up with that puffer.
Yeah, they're like mad smart, yo. Like at some point, they're like, yo, they get puffed a couple of times, and they're like, yo, this actually might be fun.
Yo, dolphins are legit, like super smart, and I'm sure they have a general understanding of how things are, of the state of the world, and they're just like, you know what, this dude, like, let's just get high.
Pass that puff. Yo, who got some puffer out there?
Yeah.
It's just the fact that they're able to be like, yo, this is nice. It was just like they're able to think, they're like, yo, real rap, this puffer kind of nice, bro. You want a hit of this? Like what? Yo, try this. Yeah, no, they tell the others, yo, try this. Just try it. Try it.
Right.
Yo, I wouldn't be surprised if they have like a whole social structure similar to ours, where like, you know, peer pressure and other stuff like that's out there.
Yo, the dolphins, man.
Right. It's like, yo, this is called death, fam. I'm gonna hit this and die.
But yo, you also gotta think about it though. Imagine the pufferfish though. That's the one thing that's the only person that's not being thought about. Like the pufferfish is like, yo, this is supposed to just kill y'all, not get y'all high. Now I'm feeling some type of way.
Now I'm a joke. Like,
Do I look like, right? My ultimate defense.
My ultimate move is a way to get you high. Come on now.
Get y'all high.
Yeah, they gotta step their shit up, man. I don't know, man. That's crazy.
It's like in Dragon Ball, you get, Vegeta gives Cell a final flash. He's just like, that feels good. Yeah. It's like, no, I've been working for years on that.
Bro, Vegeta sacrificed himself, blew himself up, and Kid Boo's over there beating his chest.
Give me more.
Oh nah, don't be doing my mans like that, dog. Don't be.
Yo, Vegeta's always crying in the rain, bro. Always.
He really did. He had a great idea there, and it just didn't work.
Yo, you call Vegeta the pufferfish. I'm mad. That man's like, you have pufferfish-like tendencies and behavior. It needs to stop.
Yo, I'm telling you, man. Frieza was like, yo, this Vegeta? Yo, so.
Yo, you want to hit this? Yo, so you need to try this.
I'm telling you, man. They all pass that around.
They're like, oh, yeah. So like, oh, yes.
Oh. Even more perfect.
Yeah, this is as you said.
He's like, what? He went Super Saiyan? This is even more potent. Still doesn't kill you. That's crazy.
This Vegeta you speak of. So this is a Vegeta. Not bad.
This is nice.
Strong, but never finishes the job. I like it. I'm just like, what? Oh, that's hella shady. Oh, man. Shout outs to Vegeta.
Shout out to Pufferfish Vegeta.
No.
I'm telling you, and it's sad because Trunks came along and got a kill on stream.
Yeah.
At least he got one on stream. Like Vegeta ain't getting none.
He killed Android 23 or whatever, 22.
You don't even remember their name?
No, it was one of the.
First of all, it was one of the ads. The boss monster was out. He killed one of the ads.
Come on, nah, that can't Android counted. What you mean?
Man, the one time Vegeta pushed mid, he got clapped.
Nah, I just can't. I'll never let go of the fact that man had his arm snapped like a twig when 18 kicked him in the arm. I didn't even register that's what happened to his arm. I was like, no wonder that shit bent inside out. I was like,
yeah, no,
that's what
done.
happened.
It was done.
I was like, damn, your arm was cooked after that? No way.
Yeah.
You mean your arm broke?
And then my man Krillin was like, man, that's somebody I want to marry.
She's like, I'm trying to hit that.
Oh,
real
I'm
quick.
watching that. Yo, I said, wait, she whooped Vegeta's ass? Oh yeah, she's wifey material.
Yeah, she's gonna protect us.
Oh yeah, nah, I need to.
Press me.
We're getting married. She said we're getting married tomorrow. Fuck around.
Putting a ring on that.
Put a ring on that.
She's like, I know if
What
another
was
sane
that?
outbreak happens, she gonna hold down the house, man. Destructive just ain't hit nobody.
Yep.
Dude.
It's so funny. They were like, he's like, you know what? We have a lot of similarities between you and I, Goku. Vegeta was talking to him. He's like, we're Sandmen, true and true. We love feisty women. And they just look over at Bulma and Chi-Chi just arguing with each other. And you're like, yeah, we do. It's like, damn, Krillin do too. Look at Android 18. He's low-key saying.
Bad son.
Yo, Nappa was bald. He might have a point, yo. We don't even know. I think Krillin just wrapped it up too soon, became a family man. It was just like, you know what, man, I'm out of this, man. My special move doesn't hit anybody. So
he's like, I'm like
mountains with this shit.
He's like, I'm 4'10". No, I really, Krillin out here winning. I can't even be, he really out here winning, dog.
Bro, he has gotcha odds for like his special. That's sad. Everybody has that tried and true thing, and Krillin's like, yo, man, this is a toss
rolls the
up.
dice.
This might hit a mountain. This might slice some
Joey
pizza.
Wheeler's it every time. How you flip a coin every time? That's just.
You know what's real when Dragon Ball Fighters doesn't even make that his like ultimate move. Like,
Facts.
It never hits.
he could throw mad of them. They're just like, nah. You know what? You could just it's just your regular. Just a super. It's not your best move.
Control thing. You can grab that as your ultra. Ultra. How about that?
I know. And yeah, the one that he could actually control the best is like, that's your best move. Because you can make that hit. Even when that missed, you still make sure it hit.
You can still move it around after.
That's your move. All right. Oh man, yo.
Out the Dolphins, man.
Yeah. Them Dolphins. Yeah, how do we get here? But no, just pour one out for the Pufferfish. They were their whole lives they thought the toxins would have just dealt with any situation that they couldn't handle. And that was a lie.
Well, hopefully they'll evolve.
Hopefully they'll evolve. You know how long that takes? I was like, hopefully another 10,000 years, maybe the toxins will do what it's supposed to do.
I honestly think it's because they're like kind of prickly that like kept them alive more so than anything. It's like, like I don't even like food that's like prickly like that. Like, what is it, like papayas or something or like durians or something?
Pears,
Durians.
Something like
It's like, nah, if I'm gonna get poked by it, I don't even want it.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm a human, with
Nah.
thumbs that can like chop up fruit and all that other stuff. Like, imagine what other fish are going through. Like a whale, she's gonna have to hold that.
Right.
Well just says fuck it. How a whale eats is just like fuck it. It just opens his mouth and just says fuck
Whatever's
it.
there.
That's what it doesn't have time to. It doesn't have time to be picky. They're always hungry. How big they are, they're just always hungry. They're just
gigantic.
Whatever I could eat, dog. Whatever I could eat. I can't be
a boat
choosy.
here. Word. I need fiber.
Yo, Moby Dick is real, bro. My head just opened up.
Eats a boat. That's fiber, right?
Got wood fiber. There
Fiber in the wood.
Yeah.
I needs that. All right, bet. I needs that. Oh shoot. But Dan, that's a little lame if you ask me. There's a whale out here eating boats just for fiber.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta get your nutrition somehow, yo. Like, there's no apples down there or nothing like that, or like Metamucil. Like, you just gotta get in where you fit in, bro.
I'll be tight. I see why Moby Dick. I see why he was tight. I would have came for that whale too. But speaking of lames, me and my transition. Speaking of lame, we actually do have a Hall of Lame geared for y'all this episode.
Oh, all right. This week is only one. Last week we did 3 to get you guys familiar with the segment, but
or does people decide to act right this week? People had some sense.
There were some others I could have done, but this one I felt like was it tied into our Odell Beckham
OBJ.
Jr.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Our OBJ Hall of Fame induction. This week's going to Selena Powell. For those of you who don't know who she is, good. And I'm sorry that I'm exposing to this, but I think this is more for like a learning experience for women. But Selena Powell is a well-known IG thought, basically, who has slept around with multiple rappers and lied about sleeping with multiple rappers. And that's kind of her claim to fame. Recently, she got into this whole big thing with Adam 22 and No Jumper because she had a podcast with her and her friend where basically they did what Superhead got a book deal to do, which is snitch on rappers and other famous people for having sex with them. Whoa. And she lost her podcast after 4 episodes. And basically she got upset because Adam canceled their podcast because they were pretty much exposing black men and putting them in a negative light. I mean, when you tell this story about Odell Beckham Jr. liking to get shitted on during sex, like, yeah, that's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. I would assume he would not have wanted that to be public knowledge. Maybe that's just me. He could just be a very share-heavy type of person. He's maybe wanted the world to know, but
I feel like he would have said something about it by now.
He laughed it off.
I haven't been keeping up with that situation, but maybe if he had said something about it afterwards and was like, "Yeah, this is my shit," literally.
No, it's funny that you said that because in an interview, somebody asked him about it. He's like, "Yeah, there's a lot of people are talking a lot of shit about you. How do you?" He's like, "Yeah, literally talking a lot of shit." He says it ain't true. Listen, whatever you do in the privacy of your own bedroom, that's on you, bro. I'm good. I don't even I'm good. But
I just didn't need to know. That's all I'm saying.
The reason why she's getting in the Hall of Fame is because she's made a career out of exploiting people, and then, when she gets exploited, she's the victim. She did 4 episodes of this podcast in which, after Adam realized what was happening, he kind of canceled the podcast, and then she got paid $500 to do some porn for his OnlyFans, where she claimed she was drunk and signed the contract. I'm like, you are too smart, at least I'd hope, to sign a contract of something you don't want to do for way less money than you want under the influence.
Yeah.
And then she says in one breath, mind you, I lost so many brain cells listening to
I'm losing brain cells as we speak. I'm trying to keep track, but it's just
this is an important lesson, especially to women. But she, in one breath, she's like, "Oh, I did it because I didn't want to lose, the podcast." And then in the next breath, she says she's a millionaire off OnlyFans and she didn't need No Jumper. Well, if you didn't need No Jumper, then you definitely didn't need to sign a contract for $500 to do porn on OnlyFans. Here's the thing, right?
Where do you
if
start
you are
with that?
There are OnlyFans, which, like, in this day and age, I wouldn't be surprised. And you didn't need No Jumper. There's something called Anchor. Anchor is perfectly free. We use it. And that's
no ad.
That's where we upload our podcast. In fact, Anchor's free. Anchor.fm.
They ain't paying us for this. We just have
all you need is that. If you're a millionaire, you very easily, because apparently you did this whole rant from inside of a penthouse that you own. I'm like, you can very easily set up your own stuff. I'm like, Joe Budden's been on about ownership this whole time, and you over here doing porn on OnlyFans to save this podcast you can do on your own.
I mean, maybe she just really wants to do porn on OnlyFans, and that's her prerogative, I guess. Do you? But if you're spinning a narrative for the sake of I don't know for what, then just be real.
Yeah, the sad part of it is just like the sad part of it is she's caught into the middle between like DJ Academics and Adam 22, which is just some stupid shit altogether. But
Mm.
you know, like she's being used on both sides, and she doesn't care because she values attention more than anything. So I'm like, these people are like, Adam used you for the most views he's gotten in a long time. Academics uses you for for mad views and stuff too. When it's like, yo, if you're getting all this attention, all this money on OnlyFans, you got to do for yourself. But some people just value attention more than anything else. Ladies, if you're out there, please read contracts. Don't sign anything intoxicated. Don't do porn for $500. And by all means, do not let yourself be a pawn in beef between two grown ass men.
That is,
listen.
Damn, if that's a lesson of the day.
Your whole career has been basically off of exploiting, like basically telling your sexual exploits between men, and then when you finally get exploited for $500,
and that was the only thing the
world.
podcast was going to be about. Was that really going to be the only thing the podcast was going to be about?
What the fuck else does she have to talk about?
I don't know. Like the polar ice caps melted. I don't know. Like shit. I just
global warming.
Go.
If you ever accidentally heard this person talk, you would understand that there's nothing else for her to talk about. I would, if you haven't, I would challenge you not to.
I'm not trying. I don't judge people, judge a book by its cover, but going by what you told me, I'm kind of, I kind of want to play to hear.
Nah, you don't.
But
listen,
I'm giving me a different. You're telling me otherwise.
I'm giving you the very surface of it because honestly, I realized that I'm like, yo, my IQ is plummeting watching this shit.
Too many brain cells lost. Too many brave soldiers.
But I get bored during work and I just start clicking YouTube videos and I'm like, oh, all right, well, here's a nice 3-hour video. That I realized, like, yo, my fucking brain.
The
YouTube algorithm be doing some weird things, man. Like,
real talk.
It's giving me some, like, I don't even know what it's trying to give me anymore. Like, it gave me some. One of the headline things was in a different language, and I was like, I don't even know what this is supposed to be about. And like, I hover over it to like see what the previews are, and it's just all different stuff. I'm like, I don't know what this is. YouTube don't know what you're trying to tell me. What do I like? I don't know what this is. It's weird.
Honestly, I think I'm going back to clicking these like 24/7 jazz music channels when I'm bored because I can't fucking do this anymore.
Wait, you guys don't like being suggested videos that are like 10 years old? These random YouTube videos from like 8-10 years ago that are like 30 seconds long. It's like a random, sometimes it'll be like a random Vine or something like that.
Yeah.
From like way back when. And I'm like, thanks, YouTube.
When Vine was relevant, it was like, excuse me? Like, what?
This is exactly why I wanted to watch. How did you know? YouTube, how did you know?
Went right into my brain cells specifically and found this in the depths of my subconscious. You nailed it.
I know.
Yeah. But that's your Hall of Lame, everybody. Careful what you put out into the world. You might just get it back. And yeah, man. Keep that shit private.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
What else we got?
Oh man. Well, what else we got? Well, I mean, PS5 showcase, man. Might as well just jump right into it. Going right into the gaming. Since there was a lot of announcements we got recently in just a short go, and not just for the PS5 showcase. We also got a new Monster Hunter announcement. I'm definitely hyped for. But before we get there, PS5 showcase.
Did you guys watch it?
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on it? Well, before we get into the games, actually, what are your thoughts on the pricing of the console?
It makes sense. I'm not really too surprised. I mean, it sucks that the games are going to be $70. I'm not going to say that it's a good thing for consumers, but I also understand that they're doing a lot more with these games than they had been before. So it might be it might be more of a consequence of how technology is evolving and how much more expensive it is to make games than it used to be. Because I know with the PS2 to PS3, I think games were $50 before then, and then they moved to $60.
And now they're 70.
Now
Another
they're
$10 price hike.
Yeah. So I'm not really excited that it's a price hike, but I'm not that surprised. It's been a while since we've seen another one of those. So, every like 10 years or so, we see a price hike. I remember games used to be $40 at some point.
Yeah, brand new, like new
Yeah.
games, $40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not thrilled about the price hike, especially because like we're moving out of like a physical age where everything's going digital. And a lot of the time people's excuse for like a price hike was like, oh, well, the cost of manufacturing. But then like physical copies cost the exact same as digital.
Mhm.
Like I feel like we should see some kind of
Mhm.
discount for buying it digital. Even if it's like $5, I'll take it. Because there's
Yeah.
no point you should be charging me $70 for a digital copy when I don't have a disc.
Just
Like, I don't have a case. Like the
paying for the
instruction
game
booklet,
file.
bro. The instruction booklet is long gone.
Yeah, it's been gone for a long time. Long time.
I'm like, so the production of these cases, like,
Out of
and the
booklet.
CDs aren't that expensive. Like to ship them out and stuff like that,
Oh.
they're under shipping, if anything, because digital is so accessible. Like, I
Right.
just feel like at this point, like it's almost like the music industry where like part of people's record contracts is like for the shipping and like handling of like the CDs, like any loss. But I'm like, nobody's putting out physical albums anymore. You still have that in your contract.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, so I'm like, nah. At some point, we as consumers need to stand up and start saying nah. And I think this console launch is going to be that time for me because honestly, from both sides, I haven't seen anything I want to buy the system for yet, especially at launch.
Yeah, I just did a quick check. I just checked because I had Smash Ultimate physical, and I was like, did that have a booklet?
Bro, you didn't even get a piece of paper in that. I know, because I bought it twice.
I could just put it on the camera real quick. Nothing.
Nada.
Like it didn't. Yeah, like it didn't come with nothing, and I was just like, wow, I didn't register that.
You know what I really feel bad for?
Piece of paper.
Those games that you buy physically for $60 and you open that case and it's a slip of paper with a download code.
Yeah. I've seen
Oh
that.
my.
That's
That
the worst.
is the
Like,
most redundant thing I've ever.
y'all are really
You could have
trying.
just emailed it. Like, yeah. It's just why do I have this?
Yeah, Bethesda was like notorious for that. They did that like 3 times. I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah, for me, like there are a number of things that got me excited about that PlayStation reveal. So just talking about like launch, they did announce that Spider-Man and Horizon Zero Dawn are going to be on PS4 as well, which is they said that all their games are going to be on PS5 only, which is kind of like you kind of backpedaled on that.
White lie.
I feel like they needed to.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's good for consumers in that way to kind of ease that transition. But like, I want to see what that looks like on a PS5. Like, I want to play that on a PS5. Like, Miles Morales, I need to play that shit yesterday. I need that directly injected into my veins. I want to play that game. Liquid.
Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Demon Souls was like the start of my From Software love. What they're doing with that makes it look like a totally new game. And I'm here for it because I haven't played Demon Souls since college. And that was a long time for me.
Yeah.
That was a long time. And I really feel like what they're doing with that is actually really impressive. So I'm here for that. With that Gearbox game, Godfall, I'm still undecided as to whether or not like I'm super hyped for it, but it's up my alley. Like, it's my genre. It's what I main on my stream. So like, I'm here for that.
Same. I think one time when me and Tax, when we last mentioned Godfall, like it definitely is up my alley as well. But me and Tax, we were victims of of Anthem.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
we, I think that alone, it's like, yes, condolences. Yeah, first and foremost, yes, condolences. But
Yeah.
I think, we're a little iffy. Just like you said, like it looks good, and it's like you almost want it to be good so that you
Mhm.
could justify, like, yo, I want to get this game, but I need to see more. I think they need to. I need to see probably either like a level or a mission played out. Like I need to see something concrete before I put my wallet up.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Especially with the games being $70 now. It's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure. I'm even more like stingy now, like with it about to be 70. Cause like granted I split Anthem with my friend because, you know, we do game sharing and stuff like that on PS4, but like bro, like even in the home area, I was getting motion sick. I was like, I can't believe I spent $30 to get motion sick.
They did a terrible job with that. So many things they screwed up.
They
Yeah.
screwed up.
I'm like,
They could
man.
have had something great. It's like you could have had something. It was like you were the chosen one.
You were the chosen one.
Yeah, that was the Destiny killer, allegedly.
It was supposed to be. People was just like the Destiny killer. Even the name, even
so
the
funny about
names.
It's like there's been all these other games. This is just like one of the many talking points I have about why Anthem was just like a disaster. There were so many games that came out before, during, and after Anthem's release that even did the flight better.
Yeah.
Like Warframe, I'm gonna keep bringing it up. They let you go into your Arcwing. You can fly as long as you want without having to wait for any cooldown or any kind of thing preventing you from being able to just play the game. With Anthem, if you're flying around, you can cool yourself off for your thrusters by going in water or by flying straight down. But like if you're in the air and you turn off your thrusters and you're just like kind of continuing to let the momentum take you, your thrusters aren't cooling down during that time. They're just pausing.
Yeah, that I didn't.
There's no reason for any of that. There's no reason. Like if they wanted to give the flight a kind of
Realistic, like, oh, you could overheat. I get that.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, it's like, why limit how people are traversing and enjoying the game?
Right, because it affects the experience, and you don't anything that takes away from the experience, especially for Anthem. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh yeah, we definitely I could go in about Anthem.
Yeah,
for a bit. I was really big into it. But
yeah, like with the PS5 though, what I will say, there are games that like I'm excited, like I want to play, but just aren't launching. So like I'm not in a rush to get it, especially because like the way the pre-orders are going for that anyway, it's looking kind of rough out here. But like I do want to play the Ratchet and Clank. I love Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
The Spider-Man looks good. I'm just a fan of like Insomniac in general. They make really good games. I also want to see what that Five Nights at Freddy's looking at. Like, yo,
that was unexpected.
You know what? I hope it's like Death by Daylight.
Oh, interesting.
Because they had they showed all these like big areas and stuff like that, and if it's gonna play exactly like the old ones, then it's like you did all that developing for nothing. But if you make it like a Dead by Daylight, then that'd be crazy.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I feel like why design this giant like Chuck E. Cheese on steroids like synthwave place if it's gonna play like the originals? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I feel like it's gotta have some kind of like either VR or like multiplayer aspect to it.
Yeah, or like explorative.
Yeah.
Too. Like even if it's just single player, but it's something that allows you to kind of be more mobile. But it's just like a Alien Isolation, but it's with these Chuck E. Cheese crazy machines trying to murder you.
Yeah, I'm like, if it plays like that, I'll buy it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That'd be the first Five Nights at Freddy's I buy.
Yeah. Same.
Wow. But then excuse me.
Wait, is the the Devil May Cry Special Edition. That's gonna be 5. That's gonna be available at launch, right?
I believe
Uh,
so.
I think I'm just looking. I was just looking through a list to see here because this is the one you can just play as
question.
Virgil, which is is it the only thing new about the game?
I think you could play as some other characters too, but yeah, DMC5 is launched.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, I got the game on PC, so I'm just gonna upgrade my version so I can do that because like I want to play as Virgil. I want that to be a thing. I love Devil May Cry.
I feel like that's what it. See, that's what it is. That's basically what it. It should just be Virgil. It should just be DMC5 Virgil. Like it should call it what it is. Because I don't think like special edition. There's nothing special about it, but Virgil. Like it's
No, they showed other characters. I mean, I haven't played DMC5, so all the other characters they showed could have already been playable. But I saw more than Nero and like Dante, so like, all right, it seems like you're getting more characters to play as.
Yeah, you're gonna. So it is like what they're doing is just basically expanding on Devil May Cry 5 already, which allowed you to play as V, Dante, and Nero.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So I was just looking at because I was just thinking about the launch titles because like we have obviously we had Spider-Man, but the new Call of Duty is not coming until 2021 though 2021. It's not next year.
It's coming this year.
Oh, it's gonna be at the end like still this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, there's no way they're letting their cash cow not come out.
They should wait another year. They absolutely should. They still got some things to fix on Modern Warfare.
You think they listen? Activision is like EA, bro. You are not stopping that from coming out. Even if it got the same glitches, it's coming.
I feel
it's like Alex Jones.
Warzone.
He's like, you're a coward, and I'm coming.
I was screaming from the mountaintops, like, let this game breathe. Continue to focus on fixing it and refining it. In Warzone, I still can't climb rocks.
Yeah, that's sad.
Fix that shit. I love the game so much, but there are just things that if they just spent some more energy towards fixing as opposed to making a whole new game. They don't even like all these other games that exist. Rainbow Six Siege, Apex Legends, Fortnite. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Have to make an entire new game to make it a new experience. Just build on the foundation of what you already got here and continue to improve and innovate in those areas. And you got yourself a cash cow that doesn't have to be remade or rebuilt every time.
I agree. I think they should. I think what they're trying to do with Warzone, and for actually how good Warzone has been since it came out, or like the player base and how strong it's been for being a battle royale around the time that it was like a lot of, still is, but like the battle royale flood is like they should really just focus on Warzone. I don't know how I felt like when they announced Cold War, and I was just like, what are you doing? I was like, you have Warzone right now. If anything, I was like, they could have even held on that announcement. But I don't know. It's the launch. Maybe they just wanted. I think they just want too much attention.
They have like 3 teams working on Call of Duties. Like they just rotate them.
Could you imagine what it would be like if they just all worked on one though?
Nah, too many chefs. Too many chefs in the kitchen, man. I don't know.
This be like, but like they're trying to cook for a family reunion. Like, bro, you need more chef. You need the chefs doing the right job. Like you don't got enough. Like the macaroni ain't done.
Yeah,
come on, like
more seasoning.
with the grits. Like, yo, come on, man. I'm trying to see here if this is the classic tax lagging out. Oh no.
All right, minor technical difficulties. Apologize for that. What were we just talking about? Sorry.
No, we were talking about we were just wrapping up talking about Warzone.
Yeah, there we go.
Activision just actually, I think they should just hammer out Warzone, get that right. Hold War Kuwait. Ronald Reagan, he could wait.
Yeah.
No one's in a rush for Ronald Reagan.
Definitely not us.
Facts.
We ain't no rush.
One last
keep
thing
them
on
if
the
you have a
PS5 showcase. How do you guys feel about the Final Fantasy 16 trailer?
Yes.
I lost my damn mind. All they got to do, all they have to do is not it up just like they did with 15. 15 was like on track to being so good. And then like halfway through, they were just like, you know what? This whole video game thing just ain't for us. We're just gonna
You know what? Alex Granix was like,
10
10 years. It took 15. They just ripped it. They're just like, forget it. We're done. We're done.
I was like low key annoyed with mad people because all my friends that were like that shitted on 15, and I like enjoyed 15 for what it was worth. Like they like went in on 15. This game is trash. Blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, they did Final Fantasy May Cry already with 15. Why are y'all so excited now that it's medieval Final Fantasy May Cry? Like,
yeah. So like, I'll explain all the reasons why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling about it. Like,
all right, Pete. I need to Pete.
Yo, it's like Final Fantasy May Cry, then now they turn into summons, so it's like it's kind of like Bloody Roar now. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Yo,
help me to understand.
Wow, you turned Bloody Roar. My man really said that. You out here just changing, transforming into summons.
Tell me, why you're excited for it.
So the reasons why I liked 15, but there were a lot of things that really, really bothered me about it as well. So Final Fantasy May Cry, that's a really good analogy, but they really messed up on the magic in that game.
Yeah.
Like they ruined. I stopped using it because it was hurting my teammates more than it was hurting the enemy. And why are you making the magic this useless? Like, and
I never used magic that entire game.
And it had really strong effects and it was useful for a lot of situations, but your AI didn't know how to just not go in the way of it even after it's been cast. It's like, bro, like if you can't figure out how to get that to stop happening, just like don't make friendly fire a thing. Just don't.
Yeah.
But the thing that really killed me about Final Fantasy 15 is not about the gameplay. It's more about what they did with the story. They just I don't even know if I want to like ruin it or spoil it for anyone.
No, it's perfectly fine. We do that all the time on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So spoiler alert. Killing off Luna Freya just like on off camera, like basically as a way of just be like, oh yeah, by the way, Luna Freya died. It is like, okay, like wasn't there supposed to be like a significant relationship that Noctis and Luna Freya had throughout the entire thing, and like you didn't really elaborate on it as much as you should have been. Like it always felt like some arranged marriage that like never really got to pick up to where it was supposed to be for it to be a big deal in the first place. So it felt like her entire involvement in the game was useless. In addition to that, like that halfway part where it was like, all right, everything is kind of going out of control, losing your ring, like they made you go through that slog for way too long. So it's just like they put the entire game on ice for hours, not like a 30-minute segment or like, like a prelude to some other big event. It was like for hours it was like that. And it was just like, then after that, it was very clear areas where it was like, oh yeah, Gladios did this thing off screen. You'll get to experience that in a DLC later. It was like all of this stuff that they were doing in the main game where it just all just felt disjointed and there was no real rhyme or reason that these things were happening. It was, it could have been so good. And then like it's the whole time skip where it's like, all right, now Noctis is old and it's time to finish this. It's like, are y'all going to address the elephant in the room? Like everyone is older. Everyone is kind of, there's these things that are happening to this entire world has been shrouded in darkness. Like they barely even touched on any of that shit. So it's like,
Yeah, the story part I felt like was just kind of weird. Wasn't he like trapped in the crystal for that long? Like,
Yeah, and like they didn't make a big deal about that at all.
well,
Like,
neither did R. Kelly, but
It's just
it,
trap.
it hurts because like that game was poised to be like really really strong in the story
yeah.
area, and it started off so well,
It
and then
had years, man. It had years.
years
It had
like
years. That's I think for 16 is I want to know when was 16 in development? When was
yeah,
the
I want to know.
writing for 16?
I think the second they said stop making DLC for 15, I think that's what really messed up 15 because like they intended to tell most of the story through DLC as well, and they're like, "Yo, this people don't want DLC in their Final Fantasy, bro."
No one that's not what made Final Fantasy what it is. Like DLC is just gonna it's gonna kill the formula. The day and age we live in, but no, it's DLC does not work
But
for main story to be
are you
broken
guys
up.
okay with it not being turn based?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Crisis Core I feel as though was the old original model that they used to test like this style of play,
That
which
was Zach. It's like Zach's
Zach's
probably the best
Zach
Final
the
Fantasy
game.
character they ever
Final
created.
Fantasy Zach the game
Yeah,
was the
But
best. Yeah, like I think that model, like how the game and the mechanics in Crisis Core, yeah, like they're just trying to bring that and carry it over for other games because maybe they're just like no one really wants to really spend all that money and time and make the game look good when the characters for the most time are going to stand in one's place and then you just pick a move and then
and they do
a
it.
short cutscene or a short attack, like
yeah, because I know some people like there was like a vocal maybe minority of people that were just like, why isn't Final Fantasy VII remake turn based? And I'm like, well, bro, I'm not putting millions of dollars into making sure that the airbuster looks this good for you to stand there and just stare at it until it's your turn.
so it's your turn and then you do a 7-second interaction and then you go back to that same spot. Okay, I'm gonna wait till it's my turn again.
I'm honestly tired of turn based, so like this is for me. And I think that there are examples of games that have come out. I think Final Fantasy even does this. Final Fantasy VII remake, where you can turn on turn based mode if you really like are a masochist and you really just want to hate yourself. You can do that. And like Dragon Age Origin, Inquisition, like they have like a tactical mode where you can go into that and like have it be turn based basically if you want to, or basically be the commander of your squad. So there are ways to still incorporate that into the game if they really want to satisfy both audiences. But I'm done with turn based. Like I'm avoiding it as much as I possibly can with games. Like
Yeah, I don't think we're getting any AAA turn-based RPGs.
Yeah,
Like Square has like
and I'm
the
okay with
Dissidia
that.
RPG on mobile, which is really good, but I don't think we're getting. I don't think they're dumping all that resources into a turn-based. Like I think they need like a bigger audience that's gonna buy this game.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
Really quick though, so Xbox did announce the S recently. The S is gonna go for was it $249 or $299?
I think it was $299 because
Let
then the
me double check.
digital only because to if we're gonna wrap up for the PS5 showcase, the digital only for the PS5 is $39.99. And then one other thing they announced was the compatibility. So is no compatibility for PS1 to PS3
Yeah,
for the
they
digital
barely
one or both.
for both, and they really don't have compatibility for PS4. They just have like the PlayStation Plus collection where it's just like 100 games. I think as long as you have PS Plus, you can play those on the PS4.
I
Yeah,
think I did read something saying that it was backwards compatible with PS4, where you can put your discs in and play them.
I had to double check because from what I read, it was just those 100 games that could work. It wasn't like the whole library or something like that. And like Sony has expressed like that they're not really interested in trying to make it backwards compatible so much like how Microsoft is.
So what do you guys think about that just really quick? Because I feel like that's for every new gen console, that's always the conversation that comes around during launch. How backwards compatible is the console? And you see where Sony's stance is, they really don't really care about bringing in the backwards compatibility, but Xbox is, though, for their games at least.
So I'm gonna share with y'all an article that was from this Thursday, that talks about backwards compatibility, and the thing that it says is saying that 99% of the games on PS4 are going to be playable on PS5.
Okay, well, that's good.
So I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. I mean, I would like to see PS3 and PS2 added to that, because there are, being a Metal Gear head specifically, there are games that I really, really want to play on, like, now. I want to play now that I can't really do because I don't have my PS3 anymore. I don't have my PS2 anymore. I miss playing Metal Gear Solid 1, and I can't play it on PC.
Right. Like,
yeah, that's crazy they don't have a PC version of that.
Right.
When they did.
No, see, and this is why, speaking of which, to the Final Fantasy, it's a PS5 exclusive, but then if you see on the bottom, and it's also going to be on PC as well.
It is.
So that is, so that's another thing as well. I guess like a Final Fantasy that's going to be at launch is, I don't know, we don't know yet at launch, but
that's not a launch title.
Yeah. When the game comes out. Oh no. I mean, when the game
when it comes out?
Yeah, it's gonna have a PC version, as well. So Sony, it's still gatekeeping Xbox for their games, but they know PC is like, how you PC heads, like you guys are always crying for Final Fantasy. So here you go.
Well,
give us the money and then we're good. Like, so that's.
So with what you know now, because we don't know Microsoft's launch titles yet, but with the information we have based on, like cost of entry, specs, that kind of stuff, what system, if you could get one of them at launch, which one are you going to get?
If I had to pick at launch.
Yeah, like if someone was like, yo, here is $700 to get the console, accessories, and like, maybe like a game because they $70 now.
Like maybe a game.
Like, which one are you getting? If someone put a gun to your head, it was like, you have to do this. Don't even think about spending it on anything else. Which I don't know why someone should have to put a gun to your head to buy a system like that.
I didn't know where we had to, these extreme measures came from. But since we're here, damn, that's tough. Oni, you got an answer? I'm just gonna give myself like,
I've got a definitive answer that's like not even a question for me, and for a number of reasons. My answer is PS5, like without a question, without even a second thought.
Without a second thought.
And I'm gonna give you two really compelling reasons why. One, I play on PC as well, and there is nothing that I have seen to this point that Xbox has that the PC will not also have. There's nothing else there's just nothing. Like Halo 5 is going to be on PC day one. Multiplayer is going to be free. Like, absolutely no reason. But if I didn't have an Xbox, if I didn't have a PC, here are the games coming to the Xbox Series X on November 10th. Confirmed launch titles. You ready for this? Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dirt 5, FIFA 21, Fortnite, Gears 5, Gears Tactics, Marvel's Avengers, NBA 2K21. You see where this is going, right? Observer System Redux, Tetris.
Damn, we said Tetris.
Falconeer, Watch Dogs Legions, Yakuza Like a Dragon. There was nothing on this list that you can't play somewhere else.
Tetris is a launch title. They're like Tetris, like, we did it. We made it. We're an Xbox Series launch title. Woo!
Yeah,
People at Tetris popping champagne bottles. We're a launch title.
Yeah, I hate to say it because, like, I feel like Xbox in the long run is giving a bit better value, but
Yes.
like not having even like a strong first party title, like Halo Infinite is not launching with it, and it's just like
it's not. They had to delay it. They had to delay that.
Which I understand why they delayed it. Like they had to. And like I agree, like Xbox Game Pass, like that is a huge value for players. Huge. But it's not like also you got to think about the games that are on the Xbox Game Pass. It's like a lot of them are good, but are a lot of them amazing? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Because the games that I've played on Xbox and the games that I've played on PlayStation 5, there's been a clear difference in terms of quality. And not even just like a graphical fidelity thing, just like I would buy a system for this.
Publishers, exclusives. Yep.
Yeah. Like they it's not like Microsoft hasn't tried either. Like they have tried time and time again.
Multiple times.
They're buying the wrong studios, bro.
Yes.
Whoever they put in charge of that Battletoads, I'm upset. That shit.
I heard people were really upset with that game, but I didn't play it yet. But
I didn't either, and I don't intend to.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Core. Remember that? There was a whole big deal about getting Keiji Inafune on that project, and that flopped harder than anything I've ever seen in my life. Scalebound never happened because Platinum Games wasn't interested in really working on it with them. There was Gears 5 and 4. Those were both great games, but they just didn't get the traction that they should have gotten. Dreams Die Twice or something like that. That was there for a moment and then it was gone. State of Decay 2 was a complete disaster on launch and people started forgetting about it because it was so buggy and so bad.
And State of Decay 3 and that's supposed to be coming.
Yeah. And so again, like it's not like they had Bleeding Edge. They got a new studio. I think it was Ninja Theory who worked on that, right?
Yeah.
They bought out Ninja Theory and was like, yo, make this multiplayer melee-based MOBA. And it flopped. Like, so bad. It's not like they haven't been trying. It's just what they've been doing just hasn't been catching on.
Nope.
Yeah. And it hasn't been amazing. It's always just been good. Amazing.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, it's like that's solid. That's what, yeah. They've only been solid, but then you can't win just by being solid, by being average or like being okay.
Yeah, if Xbox see when it came to like the Xbox One launch versus the PS4, I was like Xbox. I felt like it had enough where it was like it could hook me in, like, but like it had racing games, it had Killer Instinct, it had like mad games where I was like cool, and then there was third party titles that I felt supported it. But like, you don't have. I mean, like Gears, sure, but like, isn't Gears 5 already out? And then it's just like,
it is.
So it's not like it's Gears 6, and I don't care about like tactical role playing games. Like, no, like, man,
I would
PS5 if we put it like that.
Yeah, at launch, I guess I would pick PS5. Just for the fact, like, it's hard to even say like both. It's not saying the launch titles of either series are like strong, but Xbox is just weaker. It is just most definitely just weaker.
No, it feels like the election, bro.
Vote.
Like both systems, like don't get me wrong, both systems are powerful and everything like that, but like neither one of them are just jumping out at me like, oh, I have to get this. Like
strong offer. No one's like giving you like a strong offer that's like just selling you.
Yeah, especially because like
sold.
Spider-Man's on PS4. It's like, all right, well, like if I want to get Miles Morales, I'll get it on PS4. Like, there's nothing jumping out at me like Demon Souls eventually, Final Fantasy 16 eventually, Ratchet and Clank eventually. Oh, it is launch, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a launch. See, well, there you have it.
Yeah, but I have a PS3 as well. So, like, are they adding new content, or are they just putting a shiny new coat of paint on it? That's what Blue Point game.
I haven't heard anything specific about it, but from what it looks like playing that versus what it looked like playing it on PS3, I had forgotten what it was like because of what I saw with that. I was just like, oh, well, that area did exist. Like, oh yeah, there was a giant spider at some point, but like it hits different.
Yeah, because I'm a huge Metal Gear fan as well, and like Blue Point Games did like the Metal Gear HD collection as well as a bunch of others. So they're known for like up-resing it and like basically retexturing a lot of games. So I'm like, are they adding new content to the game, or are they making it look better? Because for $70,
yeah,
like if you're making it look better, I don't know.
Expensive coat of paint.
It is
the best coat of paint you can get, though, if you want to put it that way.
If they do a Demon Souls Plus where they add in some new stuff to it, then it's like, all right, maybe $70, but
I was assuming that was the case since it's like one of the first games of the series, and yeah, it's supposed to be like a moment to commemorate the creation of Demon Souls. Coming to when it was first put out. See, yeah, I guess, man. I guess right now compared, because me personally, I never got systems at launch because nothing was ever sold me strongly. Like, yo, I need to get in line. I need to get a console for this game at launch. And again, I'm not pulled this year either. I'm definitely more so just gonna be waiting out to see as the more better AAA titles come out, and how those are, because I'm not just gonna be sold on the trailers and whatnot of those games either. Oh hell no! Hell no! $70 ain't a joke.
Yeah, when the one came out, I was working at Microsoft, so I bought it. And I think I still have alumni benefits, so maybe if the X like blows me away with something soon, then I might get it. But I'm probably gonna wait on both, honestly. Just wait until like the library fleshes out more. Like I didn't get a PS4 until like Street Fighter V came out, and then that was a horrible game.
That's
to
what
buy
I did too.
The system for.
Yeah, I would agree. As much as I stand a PS4, that launch for Street Fighter V was garbage.
Oh man, bro,
very mishandled.
I did the exact same thing.
Oh man,
bro, Alex didn't even get a trailer. DLC didn't even have a trailer.
Purpose with a PS4, but for Street Fighter V, I'm gonna be playing that game more in general, but they really messed up.
Shoot, man.
Yeah, we got into this whole thing numerous times about how they handled Street Fighter V, and I really hope they handle it better. Street Fighter 6 or the next fighting game they do, because it ain't bro. Like an arcade mode wasn't included on the game when you bought it. There's no story mode.
Okay.
There was no story mode.
You couldn't fight against the computer.
That struggle. That's a struggle Fighter 5. It was Struggle Fighter 5 when it dropped. I kid you not.
I bought it because of Charlie, man. That's it.
I bought it because I'm old. And my man Nash was even Nash. Yo, he was even Charlie. He was Nash.
Right.
Changed my man's whole name. Well, no, that was the Japanese name, but still, like. All right.
I'm saying. But for Capcom, what they do get right though is the Monster Hunter team. That's the team that just knows what they're doing. Speaking of which, they announced Monster Hunter Rising for the Switch for next March 21st, 3/21/21.
I think it was the 26th, I thought. But I have a really good theory about why.
Me too. Because I confirmed. Well, I'll say my theory because I say I'll just say it. I think one of the next Smash characters, DLC characters, is gonna be Monster Hunter character.
Oh, that wasn't my theory at all.
Oh, see, so we even have all right then. Well, for starters, my one theory is one of the Smash DLC characters for the Fighters Pass 2 for Smash Ultimate. I think it's gonna be a Monster Hunter character after a light debate with a friend of mine. It was. I think it's a strong possibility, very strong.
The reason why I think that, because it wasn't just Monster Hunter, it was like one or two other games dropping on the same day. The reason why is because whenever Nintendo drops a hardware revision, is usually around the spring. So like the new 3DS that dropped that dropped like late February or like mid February, and usually like around that time, like even the original Switch dropped in March. I think they're going for like a Switch Pro. Like I hate to be that guy because they always like if everyone's
it's gonna turn
speculating.
into. They had a meeting recently. They had a big company direct where they even had slides up. They were talking about what but I think that was more so relating to like what their next console was gonna be, like what their next Switch, what was gonna be after the Switch.
Yeah. So
is that what you're referring to as well? Are you taking that into account?
So I'll give you an example. Like, so when the new 3DS came out, it was the XL, and then the smaller version I think came later. But that was around like February. And one of the launch titles was, you guessed it, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Like Monster Hunter is one of the best, like is one of the things they go to sell a system. Like even when the Monster Hunter 3 came out on the 3DS, that came around a hardware revision. I mean, the regular DS, or no, it was the 3DS, but that was like a hardware revision before the new 3DS. Like I think the XL came out and Monster Hunter launched around there too. So they like to launch Monster Hunter around their hardware revisions because it's going to help them sell. And don't be surprised if like 2 or 3 more games launch on that same date. I think they're gearing up for a hardware revision. They're just not telling us yet.
Or Ultimate. Okay, I think because I do remember when that launched. There was like a new, like I remember there was like the Monster Hunter Special Edition, like 3DS XL version. Well, because they've been wanting. So here's the thing. For the hardware revision, this is something that but I thought that was addressed in the last version of the Switch they released, the newest version of the Switch.
Well, so that wasn't like a hardware revision. They just kind of they put in a newer
battery.
Version. Yeah, it's like the newer version of the chip, so the battery life was better.
Dang. So then this version is going to be so this is the Switch Pro, as you were alluding. Well, supposedly it's going to be the Switch Pro.
And they already put out something where they were telling developers to like get their games like 4K ready and stuff like that too. So that if that's true, then that would also, put some credence towards it. Because if you look at the trend of it, like, like Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate was with the 3DS, I think, when the XL versions came out. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate was when the new 3DS came out. And then, like, it just makes sense whenever these hardware revisions come and they need to, like, resell it, like, because the Monster Hunters are usually a bit more demanding. So
they are
on the hardware. So, like, that and Xenoblade Chronicles 3D came out.
I remember that was what I was going to mention, was the fact that because there was a clear difference when there was with Xenoblade. When playing those games on the 3DSs, that depending on what version of your 3DS that you had, was it like there was a certain setting in the game that you had to set because of the way it looked?
Bro, you weren't even supposed to play that game without the new 3DS.
Was it without it? Could you just not play it at all? Are you serious? That was really what it was?
Like, you could, but they were just like, yo, bro, I don't know why you're putting yourself through this.
Wow.
Like, even Smash for 3DS, you would start that game up on a regular DS, and then you would go, like, do some chores and come back, and it finally loaded up.
I'm just like, with what's coming out with the new consoles, right? That's rough. If Nintendo's is trying to be like sneaky with like, yo, we're also Smash. Oh, the new Monster Hunter, isn't that dope? We're like, yeah, but you need to get a new 3DS, a new Switch though. Wait, what? Like,
And I'm sure that it'll still play like on the Switch because like it's not like they're gonna fucking put like Xbox Series X hardware in that Switch or anything. But I'm
right,
sure
no
that like
ray tracing.
graphically it'll look better and it'll be more powerful, so loading times will be less. I don't think it'll be as drastic as like the 3DS to the new 3DS, but still,
I'm hearing rumors that it's going to be 4K.
it
4K
should.
Switch.
Bro, my iPhone does.
I hate that because I want that. I want that, but I feel annoyed that I was like, why wasn't that there before? Like, he should have been at the first one. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you're not
Nintendo.
wrong, but
Oh my god.
that's kind of, I love Nintendo, but that's kind of their MO.
That's legit. It's just like, but why do we take it? It's just like,
Yeah.
it's like, why do we just Nintendo just be hitting us with the same mix-ups, and
Yo.
it don't be changing. We
And
just
we don't block.
We let ourselves get hit.
We just keep getting hit.
We don't even block. We don't even bother. We don't hold back. We're just like, all right, like,
Bro,
We
I
don't
got
check,
something
bro.
even crazier. I'm sorry to interrupt, right?
nah, just Nintendo doing their.
There's a
favorite
Monster
mix-up.
Hunter film that's scheduled to release April 23rd, 2021. And it stars Mila Jovovich, Ron Perlman, Diego Boneta, Tony Jaa.
Tony Jaa is
No,
gonna be
that's
the
not the
Hunter
kicker.
movie.
T.I. is in the Monster Hunter movie.
Yep. Someone else wild is in it too. I can't remember, but it was just like, why?
What?
T.I. is in there.
T.I. is in it. You telling me Tip?
He goes like, he's like, unequivocally, I see that these monsters are out here. We need to get rid of them expeditiously. I'm like, bro, we ain't got time for your vocabulary, nigga.
I
Right?
know, my guys. Like this Rathalos ain't no games. He was just like, he's like T.I.'s trying to be like, Rathalo, do you know about me? I'm the king. I'm just like,
Yo, bang it. Bro, if this is real, and look, it's on Wikipedia, so I kind of believe it. But if it's real, bro, like
It is real. It is real. This came up like months ago, fam. Like not the full cast though, but someone in chat was like, "Yeah, they're making a Monster Hunter movie and T.I.'s in it," and I was just like,
Clifford T.I. Harris. His character name is Link.
how did first off, think about casting.
Megan Good's in there.
How did T.I. wait, who?
Megan Good.
That was the other one.
Good is
That was the other one. Megan Good. And I was just like,
they're trying to make this for the culture.
movie?
What are they trying to say in this movie? What Monster Hunter is trying to be for the Megan Good's in a movie. Trying to get black people to see it. They're trying to get black people to go see Monster Hunter.
Black people to love Monster Hunter, man.
Black people also love Megan Good. Name a black movie that Megan Good was. How many black movies Megan Good was in there? Somehow the lead stopped. Bro, they're trying.
And T.I. is a sniper, bro.
Oh my!
How you gonna? My man got arrested for guns, and then he's gonna land a role.
he has real life. He has real life acting experience with. So that's
he's like, I does this. It's like, shit, I do this.
Fucking actor, I do it for real.
I be acting.
He's like, oh, y'all call this acting? All right.
Yeah, it's wild.
He's like, hey, I shot that person, but why ain't he die? It was like, oh, this ain't live rounds? What?
Damn, dog. Now I have to see this movie? That just ain't right. Just Capcom forcing my hand. Like,
shout out to T.I., man.
Monster Hunter. Yeah, no, shout out to T.I. for landing that role. I don't know. The casting call, he made the cut at the end of the day, yo. Damn, yeah. Can't wait to see him. With next to a Rathalos. That's gonna be something.
Is there anything else we want to jump into real quick? Or we're nearing our time.
We are. Last thing. Well,
time flies. Shit, man. Good conversation, guys.
Real rap. I guess this will actually be a good way to close. It'll be a good follow up to our last episode. Because this is going into a little bit of music, or in the music realm. Last episode we mentioned about the hip hop auction. Sotheby, was it Sotheby? That's how he was.
I don't know how you say it.
Sotheby's, hip hop auction where Biggie's, King of New York crown was going on for auction, as well as like Tupac's love letters, and the such. So Biggie's crown actually, it was sold and went for $600,000, just about.
All right, I said I was going 450. You said you was going 500.
I was going 5.
So we'd have both been outbid.
We would have been outbid.
But then when I realized it was plastic, I was like, all right.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. And then
I thought it had some like gold, like real gold, had some like jewels in there. It was a plastic crown.
It was supposed to. People said it was like a $6 plastic crown that they were just using just for the shoot. He signed it, and I mean, Biggie signed it, dated it. It was the last shoot before he was killed. A couple days later, but again,
plastic.
It's the plastic. Yo, I was gonna ask you. That's basically my question. Odie, would you have put up $600K for
if you had it like that? Don't think of it now where we're just like, bro, we can't.
I got that shit.
Yeah.
Yo, if you were sitting at that auction, what would you? Oh man, what would you price?
If I just had money that I didn't have to worry about shit, like I would go a lot less than that.
Yeah.
A lot less than maybe 50K at the absolute most. At the absolute tip top. Like I'm talking like I got millions in the bank. 50K is the most I'm paying for that. Cause like I love Biggie, don't get me wrong, but like if I'm buying some paraphernalia that is expensive, it's gotta be real shit. Like I'm not gonna buy a katana. I want a like handmade Japanese katana. I'm not gonna buy some plastic one just because Hideo Kojima signed it. Like,
nah, that's different. I might do that.
But it gotta be a real katana.
Nah, because if Kojima signed a plastic katana, bro, you might like hit that against the wall, and then it like have like a scroll to some secret Metal Gear bunker or something.
You snap it. You melt it down. It's actually there's a trace of alloy in this.
There's nano machines in there.
There's nano machines with his DNA in it where you can replicate Hideo Kojima so that when his time comes, there will be another one waiting.
There's actually a hidden message hidden in the hilt of the sword.
Yeah.
That'll tell you to a location where
it's definitely
Kojima is waiting for you.
It's definitely like a fourth wall, like scavenger hunt if you're buying that plastic katana from Kojima.
Yo, yeah, that's true. But you right.
But I feel what you're saying though. Like it for me, I thought it was real. That's why I was like, I'll put 500K up.
I know. I kind of might. I feel. Nah. I think I might have to take a zero back because I thought at least to some extent, like plastic, like. Like I'm not even saying no hit to the shoe or whatever, but I was just like, yeah, oh no, I can't just be throwing all that guap.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like the moment, if I was in an auction and the moment I realized it was plastic, whoever won that bid, I'm like, yo, can I just take a picture with it real quick? Like,
yeah, that's it. That's all I do. That's really all I want me.
You can have that.
Yeah,
you got.
I just want to know so that way when I go get a crown made for the $600,000 I would have spent on it, I know exactly how I want it made.
Right, exactly.
When I actually put that money to making an actual crown with actual jewels in it,
I'm like, I'll 3D print Biggie's signature into my real crown. Like,
you didn't even stop at 3D printing the crown. You said, I'm going to 3D print his signature.
I'm like, look, he ain't signed it, but it's almost like he did.
Shoot. It's almost like he did and passed that off. Well, damn. So yeah, so there's that, for those who was interested in the crown, sold for exactly, if you want the exact amount, $594,750.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You could buy a lot of land with that.
You could buy a lot with.
We're not even going to talk about how many McChickens that is. Like, we just going to keep it at that.
You can pay for a lot of colleges for a lot of kids.
A lot of kids
with that money.
That was my way of that was my way of being like frugal. Where I was like, hold on, that's a lot of McChickens you're asking for, baby girl.
Absolutely.
A whole lot. Like,
all the
that's back when it used to be $1 for a McChicken. Now they're like $1.29.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I think they're like $2 some places.
I'm blaming that on 2020 as well. I can't.
As a whole.
I do have taking the hit. Speaking of McChickens though, because you're on the West Coast, do you guys have spicy McChickens over there?
I'm pretty sure we do. I haven't seen them in McDonald's. I haven't been to a McDonald's since we've been here. But I'm pretty sure we do.
I know Arizona did, and they were like $2, but they were worth it. And I've never seen it on the East Coast. I was like, I don't eat McDonald's like at all anymore. But the spicy McChickens, I was like, bro.
I don't mind McDonald's that much, honestly, but I just haven't been. I've only been out here for a year.
Spicy McChickens are not out here in this McDonald's.
Yeah, and I don't eat McDonald's just because it's not convenient. Like, I don't live near one where it's just like worth going to one. Like, the closest fast food thing is like Burger King, and even that's like a troop from where I'm at. But like the spicy McChickens, it was different.
They hit different.
Yeah, nah, that'll change your whole opinion about McDonald's.
Speaking of McDonald's, I think this would be a good place to wrap it up.
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, the Travis Scott McDonald deal. I haven't tried it yet, but first off, you guys tried it?
Nah, I haven't.
All right. Would you try? Would you get the meal? I think for me, I'll start there. Would you get the Travis Scott meal just to begin with?
What is it?
It's literally just a quarter pounder.
I think it's like a quarter pounder with a Sprite and some barbecue sauce.
Oh, yes. That's literally all it is. And then,
I think that's all it is.
That's what I'm saying. And everyone I've talked to, they say, oh, yeah, I got it. And I'm just like, I mean, you just got like
the Cactus
Jack meal. And they're like, oh, it's good. And I'm just like,
yo, it's Travis's three McDonald's favorites. It's literally a quarter pounder. Oh, I got bacon and I got pickles on there and stuff. So it's like a quarter pounder with cheese. I got bacon on there.
Okay, the bacon is
bacon and lettuce on there with and it seems like my bad. I'm all over the place. Quarter pounder with cheese with bacon and lettuce. Medium fries with barbecue sauce and Sprite with the ice. Straight up.
With the ice. With the ice. I can't have that. See the Sprite with the ice? Oh man.
Yeah, I'm like they already stepping on
a cup of ice. You already messed up. Travis losing credibility fast for me, bro. Talking about getting Sprite.
Yeah, hold on, I'll screen share.
You get less Sprite when you have that much ice.
Exactly. And then what do you expect me to drink when eating these salty fries?
You're right. Yo, because I remember I was telling I remember the last time I went to Burger King and I was like, yeah, can I get the drink with just no ice? And he was like, I know what you're trying to do here. They gave me a little bit of ice anyway. I was like, get my damn drink with no ice.
Still trying to do it.
I'm trying to get the bang for the buck out here, God.
And some of them we try to be real slick and like, oh, we can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that?
Bro, using more resources to give me the ice. Come on.
Here's the crazy thing.
Give me the ice.
So they drop merch like merch collab. All right, I accept this.
Wait, there's McDonald's Travis Scott merch. Hold, I gotta set up for this, y'all.
All right, so he got a single dropping apparently, which is in collaboration with it. But all right, where's did the merch sell out that quick? Like
Travis Scott McDonald's.
Yo, I think it sold out that quick. Bro, they had a whole merch collection of like the Travis Scott stuff, and it's like no longer on the site.
Wow.
Oh. No, yeah, it was.
Bro, the merch was
the crew shirt. Yeah, they had the McDonald's worker shirt or whatever. The red T-shirt. I think It's already on StockX. Oh, that's how you know you about to pay an arm and a leg.
Damn. Nah, I'm good. Good.
A $90 chicken nugget pillow. Let's go to a credible source like CNN.
Ooh, actually, if that's the fitted looks kind of hard.
Where'd you see that? Oh, right there. Nah,
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm
that's it.
looking at XXL. XXL
Oh,
has
okay,
them.
double XL.
Yeah, double XL.
Yeah, I thought CNN's gonna show some pic. All right, double XL it is because they care more about the culture.
I know. CNN, you let us down. I thought you were about it.
Double XL mag, 37 merch pieces. All right, the shirt.
Ooh, that sweatshirt. All right, Dan. The yellow sweatshirt.
All right, the green sauce, a keychain.
Oh, no,
All right, the shirt.
the slippers. I don't know. Those slippers don't look soft enough for me. They have to. They need to be.
Ads. Yo, but the thing is, bro, you don't even want to know the prices. Like, we already saw one of the things that was like getting resold for a grip.
Exactly. Yo,
like
the
some
one
of these things sell for like $350 on their own. Like, it's wild.
That's bonkers.
Those slippers look trash.
Pay for it, not me, but someone.
I'm just saying, those slippers, are they comfortable? Me is like, are they comfortable? I'm like, does Travi wear them? Like, you wear these? You wear these in the comfort of your own home?
That's crazy, bro.
That merch was, yeah.
Shout out to him though for the collab though, but
I mean, make your money.
Facts.
Make your money.
I'm not buying that shit though. Even if I had the money.
Good.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. Oh, but yeah.
On that note.
Before we get out of here, Black Oni, let's just run through your socials again where we can, follow you. I already followed you on Twitch, by the way, while we were doing the show, but
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Got it.
My name is Black Oni, everyone. I'm an action RPG focused streamer here on the internet. You can find me at Black Oni at pretty much everything. If you can't find where I am, streamerlinks.com/Black Oni, or just go to blackoni.com and that'll take you to where you need to be. Either of those things work.
Word. We'll have that in the description too. So, any parting words for our guests? Closing thoughts, gentlemen.
It's the same I've got for each and every time I get a chance to be in front of a camera. Just be nice to people, spread positivity, don't be an asshole, and enjoy what you enjoy. Play your game, etc., etc.
Sam, what you got for us?
What I got? Shoot. One of the things I like to be saying, life is about taking your time to hit all the right notes.
I've never heard you say that.
I started saying.
Oh, I thought you said you like to say that. I was like,
I like to start saying.
Oh, all right. I was like, bro. I'm like, don't be fretting for our guests.
He's like, let me blow up. Let me try to blow up what Zan one more time before we go.
Oh, like, don't be fretting for our guests. What are you talking about? All right, my fault.
As I was saying, so do your things, y'all. Just like Oni said, play games that make y'all happy. No judgment here. Even for Rob Patterson, we didn't get to talk about it, but in an interview, he was like, Final Fantasy VII made him cry, and I'm like, why? But that's okay. You know what? That is okay. We don't.
Damn.
We won't put you in a Hall of Fame. It's all right. Shed those tears. Cloud needs them. So do you. That's my parting words.
Oh, I really tried to think of some good parting words, but I don't really have any. Oh shit. Well, since I don't have parting words, I'm gonna plug myself. I dropped a new song on Spotify. Make sure everybody checks that out. I'll put a link in the description as well. Hotline 2's on the way. If you haven't heard the first Hotline, make sure you stream that. Because only you're new. So basically, I make music, but I base it around video games and stuff. So like I did, I had a mixtape series called Time Crisis, and then recently we started like an album series called Hotline, loosely based on Hotline Miami. And then like Miami in the '80s, so it's pretty dope. So I'll have a link to the new song in the description. Make sure you guys check that out. And that's it.
Dope.
All right then. And just like that, episode 21 in the books.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you. I know it's like early still for you over there, so
yeah. Yeah, no worries. I have something else I got to jump into soon, but yeah, it was a pleasure to be here, and I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Oh man,
right, man.
anytime.
Thank you again. So for everybody else, we are gonna see you guys next week. I gotta get something to eat. I'm fucking hungry. So
Starving, as always. That's
all right, and we're out, guys.
The parting words right there.
All right, y'all.
You should hear how we used to do it.
Oh.